RC back in the house on First Take. The Raiders are hoping to have a bounce-back performance this week against the Commanders after falling flat in Week 2. The offense in particular struggled to get going with first-round pick Ashton Jeanty, only gaining 43 yards on the ground after having just 38 yards in Week 1. Jeanty and his offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly, spoke on the Raiders' game plan for the young running back.
You draft a guy like me to not give me, carries and touches, and I'm ready for the responsibility, and like I said, it's gonna start with me, and in the run game, and I gotta continue to get better.
You would love for Ashton Jeanty to play every play, but if you play Brock and Ashton or any of those guys every play in every game, by the time you get to game 8, you're not gonna have guys left, because there's a certain amount of plays. In basketball, it's called load management. It's not. We're not sitting out games here, but I think you have to be conscious of, over the course of 17 games, if some guy's carrying the ball 30 times a game, they only have so many carries in a season in them. And if you're gonna waste them, not waste them, but if you're using them early, then it's gonna hurt you late.
Let's go to Cam first. Does Jeanty need to get more touches?
Nah. I'm about to. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I got my point, and I'm not holding back.
Sure.
But I just really want to kind of absorb the room.
Yeah, I got it for sure.
Yeah.
What's Ashton Jeanty's it factor? Because when you got it, and it pops. We see it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Taylor had it. LaDainian Tomlinson had it. Adrian Peterson, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson. We saw it.
Right.
You saw it early. Even if the statistics didn't say, oh, he rushes for 100.
Well, we're seeing.
Right, it was something early.
Right.
Where's Ashton Jeanty's? Ashton Jeanty doesn't have that it factor. And I don't think this is a load management thing. I think this is a production thing. This is a pop thing. I remember when Trent Richardson was going to Cleveland. I'm an SEC guy. I'm telling Coach T, I was like, Coach T, like they got Trent Richardson, like we got to be ready. And he said, here's the thing about Trent Richardson, RC. He said, he doesn't deliver punishment, he just absorbs it. He said, and children get tired of hitting him. He said, grown men won't. It's the same thing with Ashton Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty's playing at Boise State. He's getting a ton of carries, and young men got tired of hitting him. These boys up here, you think Derwin James gonna get tired of hitting him?
Looking forward to it.
You know what I'm saying? Like you think these backers in the league gonna get tired of hitting him? It made me wonder when Ashton Jeanty only did drills for the pro day. What's his 40? What's his explosion?
Explain that to our audience. When you say he only did drills,
so we have no 40 on Ashton Jeanty. We have no broad jump on Ashton Jeanty. We have no pro shuttle on Ashton Jeanty. We have no vertical on Ashton Jeanty. All of these things that tell me how dynamic you are. And Cam knows this as well as I do. People who are dynamic, people who are explosive, love nothing more than to peacock and show it off.
To show it.
When you look at Saquon Barkley's combine, when he ran 4.4 flat, he was disappointed because he thought he was 4.3. And so to me, Ashton Jeanty doesn't have that pop, doesn't have that thing that makes him different. And I don't believe it's load management. I believe it's production.
Okay, before we go to Cam, then why on earth would the Las Vegas Raiders draft this dude based on what when he didn't do the things that you just highlighted?
Listen, go ahead.
Stephen Anthony?
Yes, sir.
A lot of times the NFL draft are like other drafts, you go with the popular pick because that pick may save your career. Because if you don't pick the popular pick and that popular pick
pans out.
But if he flops, then he's a bust. So that's that. Two things can be true, right? And this is what I was intrigued to kind of hear. I don't think this is a load management situation. I think this is you have to win the game how the game needs to be won situation. We're not in a game where we're leading these games, Ashton. That's where the Derrick Henrys are able to really showcase why I am King Henry, because we've seen the Baltimore Ravens in a situation where we got to put games away. We have to run the football when we want to and when we need to. Well, when Geno Smith has the games that he's having, this pass game, and he's throwing the ball and putting the balls up in the team meet. It's like, what are we doing? So how can I run the football when we're down?
Yeah, but when he's running the football, he's only averaging like 2.7 yards a carry.
And the other thing is this. We're talking about dudes that really love running the football.
Right.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll wants to run the ball.
He wants to run the ball.
Chip Kelly wants to run the football. They don't want to go into a game where Chip Kelly said after the game, Geno's putting those balls up down the field. We have some opportunities short. We don't want to be doing that. We got to go look at that. This is an Ashton Jeanty thing. And to be fair, he was getting contacted early against the New England Patriots. There wasn't a lot of space, right? But he also wasn't creating. When you watch the best of the best, they do one of two things. They can run through you or they create separation. I'm telling y'all, when LaDainian Tomlinson put his foot in the ground, he would be so far away from you on the next step. The explosion, the lateral quickness, it was different. I don't see that from Ashton Jeanty. I didn't see that from him at Boise. And so to me, I think you get into camp and you realize this might not have been the pick. And they have to figure out a way to get him involved while not setting the team back.
But Ken, what about the notion that no team will allow him to run the football because Geno Smith is his quarterback?
It's not even that. I think really you have to just learn. And this is for any skilled player in the NFL. You have to sometimes suppress your appetite because the reality of your situation is not conducive for you to play how you want to. All right, we're seeing a situation in Arizona as well with Marvin Harrison Jr. The list goes on. A.J. Brown and
but Marvin Harrison Jr. is that's a different situation because that brother has shown he can play, y'all. We're still wondering about Ashton. We know Marvin Harrison Jr. can play. Do we not?
Showing you he can play where?
Oh,
see. This is where
I saw good moments. I ain't seen it yet from Ashton, but I got you. I stand corrected. My bad.
When you're in this type of dynamic where you're used to being the guy, and then you're now in a situation where you're just looking like a guy, right? As a running back, even in my situation as a rushing quarterback or a dual threat quarterback, I was not able to really display what I was and capable of until what? Game time. In practice, they don't hit me. In practice, you don't really hit running backs. You thud them. You don't really hit them. So that play when a guy like Ryan Clark comes down, bang! No, big dog. In the real game, that bang turns into a bang, ball, wow. Like,
can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember your first game?
Preseason or regular?
No, your first regular season.
Yes,
game.
sir.
Talk about that game.
I had a lot of success.
A lot of success,
but
right?
we lost.
I don't care about losing and winning, right? You're on a bad team.
Yeah.
When they pick you first, you are on a bad football team.
Right.
But you know what we knew the moment we watched that film? Kid that played quarterback down there, he gonna be something. He got it, right? There's something about him, right? He's special.
Right.
If you draft a running back in the top 10, you have to believe he's a future Hall of Famer.
From a reporter's perspective, let me tell you what we're thinking. The second game of the season and you already talking? You already saying this game too?
Yeah.
We're still in September. And you're saying, I think I'm ready for more responsibility. I mean, I don't think I'm getting enough carries. I don't get 30 carries for 81 yards in 2 games. Yeah. And he's talking. Usually, in our eyes, rookies are a bit reticent to open their mouth, especially prematurely. Yeah. The fact that this brother's opening his mouth this early, what are we to make of that? What are you to make of that as teammates?
Go ahead, bro.
So, listening to what Ashton Jeanty said, I don't really have an issue with it.
Okay.
Because Ashton Jeanty said, it starts with me and I got to get better. He's saying, I want a bigger workload. I can handle a bigger workload, but I know I have to run the ball well. I can live with that. He's not